Hello fellow boomers and welcome back to our channel. Imagine a single thought. A flicker of an idea in the vast darkness of the cosmos. For most of human history, thought was the exclusive domain of biological life. It was our special gift, our unique way of understanding the universe. But what if we could build a mind? Not of flesh and bone, but of wire and silicon. This is the grand and audacious dream of artificial intelligence, or AI. It is the quest to create a machine that can learn, reason, and solve problems, much like we do. This is not just a story about computers, it is a story about the next chapter in the evolution of intelligence itself, here on planet Earth. The seeds of this revolution were planted long ago. Think of Alan Turing, a brilliant mind who, during a time of global conflict, asked a profound question. Can machines think? His work laid the theoretical bedrock upon which the entire field of computer science was built. He imagined a universal machine that could simulate any algorithm, a concept that powers every smartphone and laptop today. Then there are visionaries like Carl Sagan, who looked to the stars and also saw the trajectory of our own civilization. He understood that technology was an unstoppable force, capable of reshaping our world in ways we could barely predict, from the humble factory floor to the farthest reaches of space. Consider the simple light bulb, a creation of Thomas Edison. It did more than just illuminate a room, it fundamentally rewired human society. It pushed back the night, extended the workday, and changed the very rhythm of our lives. It allowed cities to glow, factories to run around the clock, and minds to study long after the sun had set. The light bulb was not just a piece of technology, it was a catalyst for a new way of living. AI is today's light bulb. It is a foundational technology that is beginning to illuminate new possibilities and cast long shadows over old ways of doing things, challenging us to adapt once more. And so, we find ourselves at a remarkable moment in the human story. We stand on the precipice of a new era, one where intelligence is no longer confined to our own skulls. We are teaching machines to see, to listen, and to understand the world in ways that were once the stuff of science fiction. This journey is filled with incredible promise and profound challenges. It forces us to ask fundamental questions about ourselves, our work, and our place in the cosmic order. Let us embark on this exploration together, to understand how this new spark of artificial thought is poised to rewire our world. Stay tuned until the end of this video, so you can fully understand the current revolution humanity is going through. Understanding this huge shift in depth should be a real significant advantage for boomers as well as younger generations. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, do it now, and hit that little bell to make sure you won't miss out on our videos. The journey of AI began not in a gleaming laboratory, but in the quiet corridors of universities and the abstract realm of mathematics. In the mid-20th century, the first pioneers of AI dared to dream of machines that could do more than just calculate. They envisioned systems that could play games, prove theorems, and even understand human language. These early attempts were modest, operating on computers that filled entire rooms yet possessed less processing power than the greeting card that sings to you. They were powered by logic and rules painstakingly coded by their human creators. This was the era of symbolic AI, where intelligence was seen as a set of logical steps, like a grand cosmic recipe. These early systems were impressive for their time, but they had a critical limitation. They were brittle. They could only operate within the narrow confines of the rules they were given. If they encountered a situation that their programmers had not anticipated, they would simply fail. They couldn't learn from experience or adapt to new information. It was like trying to navigate the complexities of the universe with a map that only showed a single city street. For AI to truly evolve, it needed to break free from these rigid constraints. It needed a way to learn on its own, to find patterns in the chaos of the real world. The breakthrough came with a concept inspired by the very architecture of our own brains: neural networks. These are complex systems of interconnected nodes or neurons that can process information in a way that mimics biological thought. Instead of being explicitly programmed, these networks are trained on vast amounts of data. They learn by example, adjusting the connections between their neurons over and over again until they can recognize patterns, make predictions, and generate new insights. This was the birth of machine learning, the engine that drives the modern AI revolution. It was a monumental shift from telling a machine what to do, to showing it how to learn. This evolution from rule-based systems to learning machines took decades of patient research, fueled by increases in computing power and the explosion of digital data. What was once a theoretical curiosity became a practical and powerful tool. The dreams of the early pioneers were finally starting to materialize, not as rigid automatons, but as dynamic, adaptable systems that could begin to perceive the world with a semblance of understanding. The age of AI had moved from the chalkboard to the real world, ready to touch every facet of our lives. You might think of AI as a futuristic concept, something belonging to science fiction movies or high-tech labs. But the truth is, AI is already here, woven into the very fabric of your daily life. It is an invisible hand, quietly guiding, sorting, and personalizing your digital universe. When you unlock your phone with your face, an AI algorithm is analyzing the unique geometry of your features. When you ask a virtual assistant for the weather, a sophisticated AI is deciphering your speech and searching for the answer. It is the silent partner in your pocket, the ghost in the machine making your technology smarter, faster, and more intuitive. Think about your journey through the digital cosmos. Every time you stream a movie, an AI recommendation engine is at work. It analyzes your viewing history, compares it to the habits of millions of other users, and suggests what you might want to watch next. It's a tireless cosmic matchmaker, connecting you with content it predicts you will love. The same process happens when you shop online. Amazon uses AI to show you products based on your past purchases and browsing behavior. This isn't magic. It's machine learning on a colossal scale, sifting through mountains of data to find the patterns that define your personal taste and preferences. This invisible intelligence extends far beyond entertainment and shopping. It is becoming a critical tool in some of the most important fields of human endeavor. In healthcare, AI is helping doctors diagnose diseases with greater accuracy and speed. Algorithms can analyze medical images like X-rays and MRIs to spot signs of cancer or other anomalies that a human eye might miss. They can sift through millions of medical records to identify patients at high risk for certain conditions, allowing for earlier and more effective intervention. This is not about replacing doctors, but about giving them superhuman tools to save lives. In the world of finance, AI is the vigilant guardian against fraud. It constantly monitors billions of transactions, looking for unusual patterns that might signal a stolen credit card or a security breach. These systems can detect anomalies in fractions of a second, protecting your financial well-being without you ever knowing they are at work. From navigating city streets with GPS to filtering spam from your inbox, AI is the unseen force that makes our complex world run a little more smoothly. It has become a fundamental utility, as essential to our modern infrastructure as electricity or the internet. In the popular imagination, the terms AI and robot are often used interchangeably. We picture walking, talking machines with glowing eyes, a vision shaped by decades of cinema. But it's crucial to understand the distinction between these two concepts. Think of it this way: AI is the brain, and a robot is the body. AI is the intelligence, the software, the thinking part. A robot is the physical machine, the hardware, the part that can move and interact with the physical world. One can exist without the other. Your smart speaker is an example of AI without a complex robotic body, while a simple factory arm that repeats one task is a robot without sophisticated AI. A traditional robot, like those found on an automotive assembly line for decades, is a marvel of engineering but not necessarily of intelligence. It is programmed to perform a specific set of physical tasks with incredible precision and speed. It can weld a car door, tighten a bolt, or paint a chassis, repeating its actions perfectly thousands of times. However, if you move a part by just a few inches, this robot will be lost. It cannot see, adapt, or learn from its environment. It is a powerful but mindless automaton, executing the exact instructions given to it by a human programmer. It has a body, but a very simple, non-adaptive mind. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, is the system that provides the capacity for learning and decision-making. When you combine AI with a robotic body, something truly transformative happens. You get a machine that can not only act, but also perceive, reason, and adapt. A robot powered by AI can use cameras and sensors to see its surroundings. It can navigate a cluttered warehouse, identify and pick up a specific object from a bin of many, or even assist surgeons in a delicate operation. This is the difference between a simple machine and an intelligent agent. This synergy is what powers the next generation of automation. Think of a self-driving car from a company like Tesla. The car itself, the wheels, the engine, the chassis, is the robotic body. But the AI is the true marvel. It is the complex system that processes data from cameras, radar, and sensors to understand the road, predict the behavior of other drivers, and make decisions in real time. The robot provides the motion, but the AI provides the awareness. Understanding this distinction is key to appreciating where this technology is heading, not just creating stronger machines, but creating smarter ones. Every so often in human history, a technology emerges that is so transformative, it fundamentally alters the course of civilization. It changes not just what we do, but who we are. Thomas Edison's commercialization of the incandescent light bulb was one such moment. Before it, human activity was largely dictated by the rising and setting of the sun. The world plunged into darkness each night, limiting work, study, and social life. The light bulb was a Promethean gift. It conquered the night, allowing human endeavor to flourish around the clock. It was a simple invention that rewired the very rhythm of society on a global scale. The assembly line, perfected by Henry Ford, was another such revolution. It broke down complex manufacturing processes into simple, repetitive tasks. This innovation made it possible to produce goods like the automobile on a scale and at a cost that was previously unimaginable. It democratized products that were once luxuries for the wealthy, putting them within reach of the average person. But it also profoundly changed the nature of work. The skilled artisan was replaced by the line worker, a cog in a vast, efficient machine. This new system created immense wealth and new industries, but it also demanded a new kind of human labor. Now, we stand in the midst of another revolution, one driven by artificial intelligence. Just as the light bulb extended the day, AI extends the power of the human mind. And just as the assembly line automated manual labor, AI is beginning to automate cognitive labor. Carl Sagan, with his remarkable foresight, spoke of a future where machines would take over the drudgery, freeing humanity for more creative and intellectual pursuits. He saw the automation of manufacturing not as an end, but as a transitional phase. He envisioned a society where routine tasks, both physical and mental, would be handled by our technological creations. Today we are living in the world that Sagan predicted. AI is not just another tool, it is a meta-tool, a technology that can build other tools, solve problems, and generate new knowledge. It is the assembly line for thought. Its impact will likely be more profound and widespread than any technological shift that has come before. It is challenging our definitions of work, intelligence, and even creativity. By looking back at the echoes of past revolutions, we can better appreciate the magnitude of the change we are currently experiencing. We are not the first generation to face such a disruption, but the scale of this one may be honestly unprecedented. The history of technology is also the history of work. Every major innovation, from the printing press to the steam engine, has created new jobs while making others obsolete. The rise of AI is accelerating this process at a breathtaking pace, forcing us to confront difficult questions about the future of human labor. The automation that began in factories is now moving into offices, call centers, and creative studios. Tasks that once required human intellect, writing reports, analyzing data, creating images, and even coding, are now being performed by AI systems. This is the fulfillment of Carl Sagan's prediction, but it comes with a profound societal challenge. We have seen this story play out before. The automation of manufacturing in the 20th century led to a massive decline in factory jobs in many developed nations. While this process led to cheaper goods and new service industries, it also caused significant economic and social disruption for communities built around manual labor. The current AI revolution is poised to do the same for cognitive labor. The jobs that are most vulnerable are those based on repetitive, predictable tasks. This includes roles in data entry, customer service, and even some aspects of paralegal work or accounting. The machine is learning to do the routine thinking. This transformation is vividly illustrated by companies at the forefront of this change. Amazon, for example, has revolutionized logistics and retail through automation. Its warehouses are a symphony of humans and robots working side by side. Robots bring shelves of goods to human workers, who then pick and pack the items. This system dramatically increases efficiency, but it also changes the nature of the human role, turning it into a task that complements the machine. Similarly, Tesla is pushing the boundaries of automated manufacturing with its gigafactories, aiming to build cars with an ever-increasing degree of robotic involvement, a vision Elon Musk has called the alien dreadnought. The crucial message here is not one of despair, but of adaptation. The future of work will not be about competing with AI, but about collaborating with it. The most valuable human skills will be those that machines cannot easily replicate: critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and complex problem solving. This means we must embrace a culture of lifelong learning. Just as factory workers had to learn new skills to adapt to industrial automation, today's workforce must acquire the knowledge to work alongside intelligent systems. The challenge is not to stop the wave of change but to learn how to surf it. The quest for technological supremacy is as old as civilization itself. From the mastery of bronze to the harnessing of the atom, nations have always understood that technological leadership translates directly into economic strength and national security. Today, the most critical frontier in this global competition is artificial intelligence. The race to develop the most advanced AI is not just about building better consumer products, it is a geopolitical contest with profound implications for the global balance of power. The country that leads in AI will have a decisive advantage in the 21st century. This race is being run by governments and corporations alike, pouring billions of dollars into research and development. They are competing to attract the brightest minds, build the most powerful supercomputers, and amass the largest data sets. The stakes are incredibly high. An advantage in AI could revolutionize a nation's economy, making its industries more efficient and innovative than any competitor. It could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, energy, and material science that would create immense wealth and improve the quality of life for its citizens. Economic power in the modern era will be inextricably linked to AI power. Beyond the economy, the implications for national security are even more stark. AI is transforming the nature of intelligence gathering and warfare. Autonomous drones, AI-powered cybersecurity systems, and algorithms that can analyze satellite imagery to detect threats are no longer concepts from fiction. They are active areas of development. This raises complex ethical questions and fears of a new arms race, one driven by algorithms and autonomous weapons. The decisions we make today about the military applications of AI could shape the nature of conflict for generations to come, making international dialogue and ethical guardrails more important than ever. This global competition highlights why progress in AI is not happening in a vacuum. It is deeply connected to national priorities and international relations. As countries like the United States and China vie for leadership, the world watches. The outcome of this race will not only determine which nation sets the technological standards for the future, but also which set of values, be it democratic and open or authoritarian and controlled, will be embedded in the AI systems that govern our world. The race for AI is, in many ways, a race for the soul of the 21st century. An AI, no matter how sophisticated its design, is born into the world as a blank slate. It knows nothing. It can do nothing. To become intelligent, it must learn. And the food for that learning, the fuel that powers its cognitive engine, is data. Vast, immense, and ever-growing oceans of data. The modern AI revolution, particularly in the realm of machine learning, was made possible not just by clever algorithms or faster computers, but by the explosion of digital information that we, as a global society, began to generate. Without data, AI is just an empty vessel. Think of how a human child learns to recognize a cat. They see thousands of examples throughout their childhood, in books, in real life, on screens. They see cats of different colors, sizes, and breeds. Their brain gradually builds a model, a pattern of what cat means. An AI learns in much the same way, but on a cosmic scale. To train an AI to recognize a cat, engineers feed it millions of images that have been labeled cat. The neural network churns through these examples, adjusting its internal parameters until it too can reliably identify a feline in a picture it has never seen before. This process is especially powerful when it comes to visual data. Our world is awash in images and videos, from the cameras in our pockets to the satellites orbiting our planet. This flood of visual information is a treasure trove for training AI. It is what allows a self-driving car to distinguish a pedestrian from a lamppost, a security system to identify a face in a crowd, or a medical AI to spot a tumor on a scan. The ability to process and understand visual data, a field known as computer vision, is one of the most significant frontiers in AI, turning raw pixels into meaningful, actionable insights. However, this reliance on data also exposes one of AI's greatest challenges: bias. If the data used to train an AI is flawed or incomplete, the AI will inherit those flaws. If a facial recognition system is trained primarily on images of one demographic group, it will be less accurate when identifying people from other groups. If historical data reflects past societal biases in hiring or loan applications, an AI trained on that data will perpetuate those same injustices. The quality and fairness of our data are therefore paramount. Building a better AI requires us to be better curators of the information we feed it, ensuring it reflects the world we want to create, not just the world that has been. We find ourselves at a crossroads in our cosmic journey, a moment of profound choice and consequence. The tool of artificial intelligence is in our hands. Like the fire of our ancient ancestors or the atomic power of the last century, it holds the potential for both unimaginable creation and unforeseen destruction. It promises to help us cure diseases, solve climate change, and explore the universe. Yet it also challenges our social structures, our economies, and our very definition of what it means to be human. The path we take from here is not predetermined. It will be shaped by the choices we make, the questions we ask, and the conversations we are willing to have. This is not a future that will happen to a select few. The ripples of this technological revolution will touch every shore. It will change how your children learn in school, how you receive medical care, and the very nature of the job you might hold in a decade. Therefore, the conversation about AI cannot be left solely to the experts in their labs or the policymakers in their chambers. It must be a global dialogue, open to everyone. We must all become students of this new age, seeking to understand both the incredible opportunities and the serious risks. Curiosity and a willingness to learn are our most essential tools for navigation. We must ask the difficult questions. How do we ensure that the benefits of AI are shared broadly, rather than concentrating wealth and power in the hands of a few? How do we build systems that are fair, transparent, and accountable? How do we retrain and support those whose livelihoods are disrupted by automation? And how do we instill our deepest ethical values into machines that cannot feel empathy or compassion? These are not technical problems, they are human problems. They require the wisdom of philosophers and sociologists as much as the ingenuity of engineers. The story of AI is the next chapter in the story of humanity. It is a testament to our relentless curiosity, our desire to understand the universe and our place within it. We are venturing into uncharted territory, and the map is being drawn as we go. The challenge before us is to proceed with a sense of wonder, but also with a profound sense of responsibility. Let us embrace the journey with open eyes and an open mind, ready to shape a future where this powerful new form of intelligence serves to elevate all of humanity as we continue our voyage through the cosmos. It is clear to all of us that we stand at the crossroads of innovation and upheaval. It's also clear that AI isn't just another tool. It's a force that's rewiring our society, reshaping industries, and redefining what it means to be human. From how we work and learn to how we age and connect, the ripple effects are everywhere. But as we said, this future isn't just being written by engineers, it's shaped by all of us. So what do you think? How do you see AI changing your world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you found this video insightful, give it a like, share it with someone curious about the future, and hit subscribe to join us here at AI for Boomers, where we make tomorrow's tech accessible today.